What?
I love how you take initiative, my friend.
I know, I said let's just do this. Tomorrow we'll do something else. But I think right now, let's start the new dynasty because we don't want Watermelon and Nappy on the same team and then different teams, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, new dynasty, because I think the old dynasty's dead. What?
Oh no, did Henny die?
Henny? Yeah, I think so. At
Oh.
some point, Henny's dead. But also because I just want to start a new dynasty so then, we have new roles. We're gonna call this the Man Bat Dynasty, okay? Man Bat. Oh wait, sorry.
Alter ego, Wayne Bruce.
Let's see. Man Bat. What name? I have to do a team name because it's a DJ thing. No. King Tomato of the Man Bat Dynasty, right? Let's do that. Play on Twitch, all that good stuff. Alright, we've already had Barons of the March, Chiefs in the North, Counts of the East. Let's bring back the Grandees, Patricians, and I guess we got Barons this time, still.
Patrician.
I don't like the Patricians. The Patricians are my least favorite. Alrighty, the extension is active, and if you want to join the game, it's the usual. All you have to do is be on Twitch, do !join, space, whatever your pronouns, and then also whatever group you want to join, because you can pick whichever group you want to join this time around once the game has like newly started. And then Mari?
Oh, I guess I'll play. I just wanted to watch. I don't understand, like, you know what I mean? I don't understand, like, what I'm doing.
Alright, so Mari, well, when you join, you'll probably be a patrician of the coast. But in this game, basically, you have your own agenda. Oh, okay. Nappy shall explain. Nappy said that, they'll explain.
Okay.
But in short,
We.
are never, ever, ever getting back together. But, so, for me, right, I have my own agenda, which is basically to live. Live, have a child, have an heir, and make my kingdom happy, basically. You guys all have your own goals, depending which section you join. We just need to... Oh. Okay. Mario, you're Patricia of the Coast. You'll be green. Nappy's yellow. Watermelon's red.
Basically, everyone has a goal. Everyone has a goal to complete, maybe overthrow the king. Oh, okay. Got it.
Maybe. Keyword maybe, if things are happy. And since there's a new game, everybody has their own stats. So, you can see your stats right here on the right side of the screen, where if it's like not the lone list. But so patricians have 7 in trade, 4 in farming, 3 in military, 5 in faith, and everybody has 1 in defiance. No one is like unhappy yet. You can see how much is treasury, that's the kingdom, the authority, and stability. Each stat affects different parts of the game. There is no goal for you just yet, but you'll pick your goal later. What you want to do.
Okay.
Like, everybody has their own side agenda, and if your group is able to basically succeed in their side agenda, they can basically overthrow the king in their own shadowy way, or they can rebel. They can choose to basically go into like rebellion and overthrow the kingdom, and people can either side with you or they can be loyalist. It depends. There's a lot that happens. My job is basically to make sure everybody's happy but play them against each other, which I cannot seem to do. Alright, what kind of king should Tomato be? Anyways, let's do the path to victory. What is my goal? Currently, this is mainly about me as a character. So like, Your Majesty, when you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Farming, as the father of the nation, because I am King what? Tomato. Interesting. Are you concerned for the welfare of the commoners? Or are you just hoping for a favorable passage in the history books? I suggest over the next few years, you focus on improving the kingdom's overall farming as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return and discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Council introduction or coronation? Council introduction. This is where I get to meet all of you guys. Now that you're the king, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Your nobles hail from all across the kingdom, the wealthy coast, the scorching south, and of course, the bleak march. Introduce yourselves to the traditions of the ghost. Alright, this is Mari's character. Mari, you're bald. Shiny.
Nice. Let's go.
How do you want to sound? Or do you want
Never been bald. Now I know.
to... How do you want to sound, Mari?
Cheery.
Oh, a pleasure, your Serene Highness. I hope to see your kingdom prosper and grow wealthier under your reign. Alright, I'm introducing myself to the Nampy. Nampy, how do you want to sound? At least for today. May the ninth god bless your reign, your highness. I trust you will conduct yourself with honor and faith. Clone. And then to the Barreds. Watermelon. Female Kavu, basically. Do you want to voice yourself, or do you want me to voice something?
I can voice myself.
Alright.
Let's see. Will I be? Will you all get offended if I try to sound southern?
No.
No.
I'm nowhere.
Okay.
I'm
'Cause
nowhere
I don't have
near
a
some-
southern accent.
Alright.
Hail and well met, my liege. Under your leadership, does that sound right? We'll whip this kingdom into shape.
And with that, the introductions are done. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other and demand your favor. So needy. You sigh and sit back. Is this what the council's like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. And time for my coronation. Also, I like how the land has changed so much. Like, the patricians of the coast get this one little section, the march gets like this whole giant section, and the south gets this whole section that doesn't make sense to me. It's fine. Coronation. Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Should I be giving the orders now? Of course, Your Majesty, but to delay any longer would make the nobles restless. And when nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest back. Caesar. Solid. We wouldn't want that, I suppose. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Of course. Shall we call the nobles in? Alrighty. So, in this section, Mari, if you want to vote, all you have to do is type in !vote space ABCD. And each thing affects certain stats of the game in the beginning. So if you want to help raise stability, you can look at the ones that are pointing up to raise stability. Anything pointing down lowers whatever stat that it's at. And for anybody just sticking around and they want to join the game, they can always join the game by typing !join followed by space and your pronouns. And whatever group you want to join, because I think you're still allowed to join whatever group at this point. Anyways, start the vote. Yeah, you guys have fun with that. Wow, Watermelon, you were just like ready to vote.
I wanted to give Mari an example of what it looks like.
Well,
I
you're...
saw her type in, the
Dude, yeah.
square brackets
I
letter.
know, my brain was just like, okay.
Alright, so raising the military of everybody, but lowering my authority. I see how it is. Y'all want war already. Voting has closed. Soldiers from across the kingdom take part in the parade. They're not even outfitted in impressive new equipment for the occasion. Military is now mediocre, military is now powerful, and your military is now capable. Wow, y'all want military. As you climb up onto the shield and hold your sword aloft, you realize that this is not going to be easy. Your arm quickly starts to hurt, your soldiers stagger and groan under your weight. Sure enough, one of your shield bearers trips on a loose cobblestone and drops you face first in a puddle, in full view of half the city. At least the only thing hurt is your pride. Wow, already hurting my pride, guys. Kidding. Alright, Seraphina of the Nampi lineage, sinister southern firebrand, stands bathed in sunshine, ranting in a fury. A false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored? Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor. We will not allow it to go unanswered. Alright, Nampi, this is your vote. What do you want to do? And for you, Mari, when it's your turn, it'll be green. And basically you'll vote for like what's your starting like thing you want to start for your side plan. So each thing will like, sometimes it's like raise farming of your own, raise stability in general, have it like over a certain amount. And once you meet that goal after a certain season have passed, you can move on to your next step. Once you complete 3 steps, you basically win.
Oh, okay.
Alright, Nampi wants intimidation. Nampi wants to raise stability. I guess that makes sense. The Grandees plan to hold the king hostage in his own palace. First, they must lull the spy master into a false sense of security. To advance their scheme, the Grandees must raise stability to 5 or more in 4 seasons. So far, it is kind of met right there. So intimidation. So if it's a check mark, you've met it, but if it still needs to happen, it can go up or down. Camilla of the Mari family, a legendary coastal prodigy, scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk, muttering in frustration. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of King Tomato. Something must be done. Alright, and this is for your vote, Mari. You can either go for Subterfuge, which is lower stability, which counters Nampi's plan if you'd like. Conspiracy, which is to lower the treasury, meaning less money here. Corruption, to lower the authority. You can vote for whatever. Just keep in mind that you want to affect certain things. Alright, voting has closed. What scheme should the patricians pursue to overthrow the new king? Corruption. Lower authority. The patricians plan to turn the throne into a commodity that can be bought and sold at will. First, they must ensure that the rule of law is crumbling. To advance their scheme, the patricians must lower authority to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Gloria of the Watermelon bloodline, well-known former bandit, stands before a blazing earth, roaring with arms outstretched. When have the barons of the march backed down from a fight? Never. I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful queen, on the throne. Alright, Watermelon, you can either have sorcery, which is raise authority, modernization, lowers others' military, C, gunpowder, lower authority. Alright, gunpowder. Voting is closed. The Republic of the Kurth has this substance called gunpowder. With enough of that, the barons could take over the kingdom. Of course, a sensible king would never allow one region to hoard such a thing. To do so secretly, the barons must ensure their trading partners don't fear the king's wrath. To advance their scheme, the barons must lower authority to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Alrighty. These are all your goals for the side goals. Nampi wants another plushie. Oh, where do I find another plushie? Okay. 1 second, guys. The other one's in the background. Can't you see, Nampi? It's on Judgment Seal. But yeah, so these are all your goals. If you guys need to check, or if you guys need me to check, I can always hold on the top part, and you guys can look into that. And this is my section where I get to change out some laws if I really want to. I see. Why don't we adopt that? Itching for a fight, a new trend, and the honor guard. Let's check out the new trend. Noble Patrician Mari is here to see you, Your Majesty. They want to sell you a crab. Of course they do. It's the latest trend along the coast, Your Majesty. The patricians have started keeping a species of jewel crab as a fashionable pet. The creatures are so rare that one can now sell for as much as a mansion. Very well, send them in. Oh, thank you for seeing me, Your Majesty. I know the price is steep, but I assure you, these crabs will only go up in value. Alright, let's get some crabs. Counting out your gold, Noble Patrician Mari assures you that you will not regret your purchase. Mari, you now have 2,000 gold in total. Alright, itching for a fight. Watermelon.
Your Majesty, we're in the. I'll change that. That's so difficult. I don't know how to do a southern accent. Your Majesty, we in the March have finished a complete reorganization of our new army. It truly is a powerful beast now.
Is there something you want?
Since you asked, I was hoping the Crown might be willing to host some military exercises. The soldiers are restless.
Can you define exercises for me?
We just need a suitable campaign to whet our swords and spears. An unbloodied army isn't worth its salt, I say.
Let's see what the council thinks.
I want your soul.
Instead of a costly war, Your Highness, we could establish mercenary companies that fight abroad and take a healthy cut of the profits. Or if Your Majesty wishes to gain something more than gold, we should use our armada as intended and make inroads into Tavlin, whose meager army will surely be no match. Here, if you vote for me, you guys make money. If not, it's okay. Vote for whatever you guys would like. Y'all have 25 seconds. Giddy. Voting has closed. You give royal assent to the creation of new mercenary companies owned by the barons of the March. These companies fight in Ashmead and other lands where wars are plentiful. Everyone's satisfied. The barons get their exercise and you get a portion of the blood money. Blood money. The Honor Guard. One day you're walking through the palace guards when you're confronted by an unusual sight. One of your palace watch is standing guard, but instead of a pike, he's holding a mop. Fearlessly defending me from dust, are you? Last week, a grubby little urchin kicked me in the shins and stole me proper pike. I grabbed the first replacement I could find. What if there was an assassin? I'd probably hide behind a decorative urn. I can only apologize, Your Majesty. The palace watch has been more incompetent than usual recently. It's obvious you need a proper honor guard to protect you. But first, how can we improve the watch? Alright, Nampy, Watermelon, and Mari, you guys ready for a vote? Because the vote's starting in 3, 2, 1. Ding ding. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because Watermelon and Mari are fighting. Because let's see. Mari wants to lower the kingdom's authority. I think. Oh, actually no. They both want to lower the kingdom's authority. I see. I see the game plan. Foil everybody else. The Grandies are honored that their martial prowess is acknowledged. A squad of smug southern soldiers soon whip your watch into shape. Defiance is not loyal, though by all accounts some of your watch's incompetence rubs back off on them. If one thing's clear from this mess, it's that you need an honor guard who can actually keep you safe. Not like those kittens. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries that be loyal to your coin above all. Tell me about the Coastal Gladiators. A gang of low-born crooks who've turned themselves into celebrities through their cooking, through their skill at chopping other people to bits. They're vain and selfish. Their skill in battle is undeniable, but can you trust them? Mari, can you tell me, why should I pick your military? Like, above all, I guess?
Because I'm the best.
Alright. Okay. Alright. That sounds selfish. Good to know. Tell me about the Southern Battle Nuns. Terrified warriors and their knives so aren't a vow of silence, so at least they won't spill state secrets. But their faith and loyalty is to the church above all, even your safety. Alright, and then Nampy, tell me about your battle nuns. And then tell me about the veterans of the march. These soldiers have fought more battles than they've had hot dinners. They'll be uncouth, no doubt, and won't adapt well to life in the palace, but they're loyal and tough as nails. And then also, Watermelon, tell me about why I should pick your group.
While Nampy types
Mm-hmm.
a response, I would like to say I have the strongest military. You definitely want me on your team.
Well, you have the strongest one for now.
I'm a Baron. It will only go up from here. The last several games have proven that.
Whoa. We can't say that. This is a different dynasty and a different dimension. What do you mean past games? They existed?
This isn't a different universe. This is the multiverse.
Barons
The-
in multiple universes share this common thread. We are ferocious warriors.
I await your verdict with bated breath, Your Majesty. I'm gonna go with the Coastal Gladiators to switch things around. Let's do it. I will make arrangements at once. The gladiators arrive a few weeks later. The men are bare-chested and the women underdressed, eager to show off their bodies as much as their weaponry. They gather behind your throne and begin oiling themselves up. Oh. I don't remember that. Good to know. Good to know. Alrighty. For those of you who don't understand the auction, or are new to the auction, Mari, Watermelon, Nampy, the auction is a section of where you can spend your money to buy things, whether it affects other groups or your own. Whatever is in red affects the red group, whatever is in yellow affects yellow, and whatever is in green affects green. If you want to lower authority, that would affect everything, but if your goal is to lower authority, and in order to do things, you do !fund space ABCDEF, and then space again, which is how much you want to spend. How much money you have is over here on the right side of the screen. Mari, you're rich because I gave you money. Watermelon, you're okay. Nampy, you're poor. I mean, you're not poor, but you have the least amount. Anyways, any questions? Oh. I'll take the silence as a no. And I'll take the no as a no. We'll start the auction in 3, 2, 1. Lona! Hello! Lona, you're part of the Grandees! Now Nampy's no longer alone. Yeah, if he has an online friend, imagine that. Temporarily. We started a new dynasty because in order to start a game, I thought it would be best if we started a new dynasty. It's the Man-Bat dynasty. No Batman. Temporary, because you never know. We start the dynasty again. Maybe Lona's on a different team.
Oh no, Nappy.
Oh, what if I'm the heretic? I'm always the heretic. Well, actually, I'm playing as a different person. I'm Tomato. I just want good farmland. I want actually tomatoes are really good also. But enough of that. Okay, we're lowering authority and we're lowering farming. Why are we lowering farming? Why are we why is there less farming? I see. I see. Ah, the wandering bard, and a curious curse, and finding a spouse. Finding a spouse is always the last thing. Let's check out this wandering bard. Your Majesty, traveling bard, she says she has come to compose a song for you. Not just like any bard, your highness, the best in all the land. Sally Six Fingers, they call me. I have no time for this. But, you haven't even heard the verse I've been working on. Gosh. You roll your eyes at the palace, watch drag the bard away. They never learn. Alright, that's the end of that. No singing. No singing for
No
them.
dreadful failure to rhyme anymore.
Yeah, no dreadful failure to rhyme. No like Valley Girl rap. Like, I'm a Valley Girl, gonna go rap, singing the words like a kid tap, like a I don't know. I don't know how to do this. We're gonna stop it right there before it gets really bad. A giant glass globe filled to the brim with murky waters wheeled before the council. The fishbowl contains noble patrician Mari suspended in liquid. They poked their head above the surface. Mari? When did you become a fish person?
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, it was a secret. No one was supposed to find out. It's quite awkward.
Your esteemed highness, glub glub, most infuriating circumstances befallen me, glub glub. Maybe. Can I get you some fish food? I can see that. You know what? Mari, are you hungry? Here, you want some fish food? This is no glub glub laughing matter. I am glub glub, cursed by a sea wizard. He inflicted me with these glub glub gills, so I can't leave the water for more than a glub glubbing minutes. What did you do to anger the wizard? I happen to own a tannery that is glub glub polluting some picturesque beach he likes. How was I supposed to know, glub glub, that I demand you arrest this maniac and force him to glub remove these gills? What should be done? What should be done about the wizard who gave noble patrician Mari gills? Alright. If you guys vote with me, we make money. Cool, cool. Vote with me, you'll make money. How are you close to being broke again? What do you mean? Oh, I
Anything
see.
less than $1,000 is dreadful when you're the only person on your team.
I see, I see. Voting has closed. Alright, everybody got some money. Probably not the wisest idea, but everybody got some money. Soon enough, the sea wizard, Hagrid, but off-brand, it's probably like Wagrid, appears before the council. As he walks in, seawater sloshes at his feet, welling up from the ground itself. What do you want from me? We need you to reverse the curse afflicting noble patrician Mari. And why would I do a thing like that? Their tannery is ruining my favorite beach. I don't curse for nothing. Hmm. Oh, no, I won't spend my own money. They can spend their own money. It's fine. Mari's rich enough. You do that.
Huh?
Well, if you want this curse reversed, you gotta shut down the thing that's making the guy angry. The wizard's flesh bulges and ripples and turns suddenly to water, splashing down into your corridor. He's left you with quite a cleanup job. After your soldiers close down the tannery and destroy its vats, the nearby beach returns to its former beauty, and the noble patrician Maris recovers from their curse. Sure, a few hundred jobs are lost, but small price to pay. Noble patrician Mari appears in the council hall a few days later, back to their old self, though they have a case of the hiccups that persist for several months. Ooh. Ooh, imagine having hiccups for months on end.
That's a very
Dude, you
smart
can't drink
wizard.
anything.
In the twisty passages of your castle, you can avoid your advisors, the nobles, and even the spy master. But there's one person you can't avoid. Your mother. Anybody want to voice the mother? Or am I voicing the mother today?
I mean, you gotta do
Me,
your
I'll
best
do it.
chaos impression. Oh,
Oh,
Mari's
Mari's
will do it. Mari's
Oh,
gonna be
never
our
mind,
mother.
no, no.
No, go ahead, go
No.
ahead, go ahead. We got DJ's chaos impression before, so now we need Mari's mother. Yeah.
Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year.
But mother, I don't want to get married.
Nonsense. A king cannot rule alone. Don't worry.
Oh.
I'll take the liberty of finding an eligible candidate. What is your preference? Men, women, or do you not mind?
Thank you, Shax, for following. Fine. Any will do.
Excellent. I'll send out messengers to the most influential and noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer.
And if anybody's in the audience and wants to join the game or needs to learn how to play the game, they can always ask. What am I doing? Oh, we're good. You know, I don't know why, but these colors together make me think of a flag, but also makes me hungry. Like, it makes me want nachos. Like, I think of, like, guacamole, salsa, and then cheese.
Oh no.
Don't ask. I'm just perpetually always hungry. Amidst dark and foreboding forest, a small, squat castle stands watch over the Marcher border. There at the end of the kingdom, a plot is hatching. Watermelon, I believe.
Look here. Our first shipment from Kerr. That was a really weird way to say Kerr. Sorry. everyone.
Incredible. May I see inside?
Careful with that torch, you fool. You blow us to smithereens.
So, this is the fabled black powder.
Incredibly powerful, but we'll need much, much more to put you on the throne.
I'm sorry for assaulting your mind with subliminal messages, Lona, but that's what I see. And now you see it too. For the next stage of the Baron's scheme, they must raise their trade to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Only 4. Alrighty. How is everybody doing on their money? And how is everybody doing on their hating? Oh, everybody's doing fine on their hating. You know what? Everybody gets cruel taxed. It's fine.
Posture check.
Not my posture check. And not so God, why do you have to do this to me? And
Hydrate.
And thanks guys. And
Stretch.
oh gosh, there's so many things at once.
Sing.
I was waiting for that one.
No, why must it be that you guys want me to do my
Another
posture
posture check.
and you want me to stretch? I'm sorry, we're gonna pause this for a bit because I need to be kind of healthy. And Shexmer, you're part
Look, you have
of the
some
Baron.
watermelon.
Oh, that's
Lovely.
amazing. Welcome.
As we take a pause, I'll be doing something random. Don't mind me being weird. Because this is a curse that has been placed upon me. Upon me is a curse to say. These words are words and things are fine. It's gonna
Dude,
be
it's fine,
okay.
guys. It's fine. Happy. I can win this alone.
Alrighty, I believe that I've stretched. And then there's a hat. You guys are having everything redeemed just like that. Do 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 do. Where to go? Do I want to look at the bachelors and bachelorettes? Or do I go for mercenary income or whatever is like right here? I think this is something important. Yes, not so cockeyed. I believe you redeemed my posture. So I have to be like this for a while. The crab craze has swollen to unforeseen heights, Your Majesty. More crab news, really. The trade is so profitable that the patricians are shutting down and textile mills to focus on crab catching. The thousands are unemployed. But who cares about that, Your Majesty? Your box of crabs is now worth nearly double what you paid for it.
Yes, I knew it.
What to do, what to make. Let's lessen the trade and sell. 'Cause I know I don't want to keep on crabs. As much as they're lovely pets, they must be let go just like that. You sell your crabs for much more than you paid the treasurer. It'd be satisfied with your practicality. Jazz hands to the jazz hands. Meanwhile, industries collapse along the coast.
Oh, rude.
Teehee. Let me check the mercenary income. Watermelon.
I forgot that was me. I thought that was Kava. Your Highness,
Holy
I
shit,
have good
Kava.
news. It looks exactly like Kava. Those mercenary companies we let loose in the wild, they're still returning profits. What a wonderful investment.
Now, let me ask you a question. A question for you. Do I get any of that?
Oh, of course, Your Majesty. Please, take it.
Alrighty, let me see how much money you've made. You made so much, I guess you guys made something, money in that. But I believe it's still more watermelon, in fact.
The question remains, my liege, whether or not we call it quits.
Now why would we do that when we're ahead? We call it quits, so what do you mean? I can't believe you would be saying these things.
We sent them to Ashmead in order to blood them. They've more than proven themselves. We could bring them home and have them train our own military with their expertise. Or we could put them back to work with the expectation of future profits.
And I believe I'm free. Should the mercenary companies be maintained as they are, or return to the march? And you guys have fun with it. Voting starts in 5. Wait, actually. And if you've never played this game before, in order to vote, if you like to vote, all you have to do is type !vote space A, B, C, D, E, whatever letters there are options into chat, and you can vote once it's started. Anyways, start the vote. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a party. Alrighty. Voting has closed. Should the mercenary companies be maintained as they are, return to the march? Maintain the mercenary companies as they are. Unfortunately, not all mercenary companies obey their summons. Many are now living well from the gold they've earned, thinking they'd be better off on their own. Your letters go unanswered. Eventually, it's clear they no longer answer to you or the barons, nor will they be sending you any more profits. Same with my authority's going down. Oh, rebellion can happen as soon as possible. Eligible options. Mother!
Oh, hey, what's up? I have found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young candidate from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely. You'll be securing a powerful alliance, my son.
And a partner for life to have and to hold, don't forget.
Yes.
Yes, yes, mother?
Oh. I suppose so, but the alliance comes first. Love later.
Your mother leads you to the Great Hall, where she's arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. Wait, I don't even get to meet them?
There's no time for sentiment. You just need a match that befits your station and suits your political needs.
She whisks away the cloth from the first portrait.
From the coast, we have Dmitri, the wealthy heir to noble patrician Maria Lutzi estate. I mean, just look at him. He's gorgeous, and apparently he's got a silver tongue too. He loves to go hunting, which isn't a common hobby among the patriots. There was also a scandal recently where he was publicly critical of the church. Nothing came of it, though.
You know what? I like the sound of him.
From the south, Casilda, the eldest daughter of the lineage, she's reputed to have an ego the size of the sun, but there's nothing wrong with confidence, right? She's got in trouble with the Inquisition for her interest in potion brewing and the occult, but shows no signs of quitting. There are rumors that she's obsessed with avenging an old slight of her family honor. So she's in a cult, but that's okay.
Not bad at all.
And finally, we have the March's offering. Johanna Sion of the prestigious Schatzmer bloodline. A typical baroness, really. Loud and brass and self-absorbed, but mostly well-meaning.
Okay.
She's a zealous follower of the ninth god, able to quote scripture backwards and forwards and at volume. Oh, and she's not popular with the peasantry. Something about her sets their teeth on edge.
Alright, is that all?
What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance.
I have made my decision.
Well, which of them do you wish to marry?
I never
Choose
thought
wisely.
that I would go after someone from the coast, but I guess we're going with the coast roads.
Excellent. I'll make the arrangements.
Alright, we're ending the season with anger. In a dingy seaside tavern, two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. Good news, my friend. The palace officials have been accepting my bribes. They're becoming more and more open to corruption. What are you getting in return? Oh, not much. A better seat in the council chambers, access to the king's rooms when he's out, that sort of thing. But the important thing is that the king's staff are getting used to selling their principles to the highest bidder. So what next? Palace staff are one thing, but the true prize would be the loyalty of the Chancellor and the rest of the king's inner circle. To do that, we need to demolish their respect for the king. If the kingdom's in chaos, then they will see the king as an incompetent fool and be much more open to our bribes. To advance their scheme, the patricians must lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons. Maybe Nappy. By royal decree, what kind of laws do I want? I'll adopt this one. Alright. A little. Alright. A pillar of the community. The royal wedding, easing the tension. You know what? Let's get the marriage out of the way. Your wedding to Dimitri is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Patron's Cathedral with Dimitri at your side. What should the... Okay, I'm gonna ask chat and anybody else, and Mari or Watermelon, what should the Archbishop sound like this time around? Because...
Old angry man.
Yes, old angry man.
Old angry
Might
man?
be losing his memory, you know. Yeah.
100% has Alzheimer's, bro. Straight up.
What?
I'm glad we all agree.
Yeah.
Alright. Gosh, these darn children. Do you take this man as your lawfully wedded husband? I do? Then I pronounce you king and husband. Oh gosh, I ain't paid enough for this shit. After the wedding, of course.
Never been at all.
What? you just hear Mari, Baron Mari. You don't get paid for this. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new husband, Dimitri, laps up the attention, delivering a witty speech in which he flatters you outrageously. Oh, flattery will get you nowhere. I think. By the time you find yourself alone with Dimitri, it's past midnight, and you've never felt more tired. You danced so beautifully. It was such a wonderful day, wasn't it? Okay, that sounds so mean. Admit that your heart wasn't in it. Agree with him. You endure a long conversation in which Dimitri
Nah, you
seems
can't lie.
determined to flatter you relentlessly and agree with everything you say. Oh no. By the night's end, you still don't know who Dimitri really is. His real personality is concealed beneath 100 layers of etiquette. You go to your separate bedchambers, still strangers. Ooh, I made the bad choice.
Damn, you should have lied to me. You should have said the truth. I didn't really like you.
Oh.
Dimitri Silver tongue. Oh my goodness.
Oh, God.
Oh gosh, I was going to say like what the tongue do, and I was like, nope, don't even say it.
You said it though.
I said it though, but
You just right now.
Anyways, easing the
Didn't hear
tension.
it, don't worry.
What? Hearing? Ears? Never-
We didn't
What?
hear it.
Huh?
We didn't hear
Eh?
it. No. I
Corn?
don't know what you're
Didn't hear
talking about.
nothing.
We didn't hear nothing.
What are you talking
Yeah.
about? What?
Your Majesty, the nobles of the council attendants are running high, but the kingdom itself is stable. Perhaps it's time we forget about our past troubles and come together as friends. Shaxmer, how do you want to sound? You have the choice of picking your voicing, or I'll attempt to voice because they're okay. What do you have in mind, Chancellor? We could exchange gifts, or hold a friendly competition, a fashion show perhaps, or a game of riddles. Your Majesty, why don't we hold a vote on a team building? Exercise to help you and the Count trust each other again. How can the king and nobles reconcile? You know what? I'm down to spend money. Sure.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
I mean, we could do a game of riddles. We have. Look at that
Oh my
treasure.
God.
We're rich. Let's start the vote in 3, 2, 1. Do your voting, people. The more you vote together, the more I can raise stability. Well, it's up to you if you want to raise stability or not. Ding ding. Voting has closed. Wonderful. I'll make the arrangements at once so the nobles can work together on the riddles with a hefty cash prize if they get it right. The nobles and counts begin murmuring. This is a chance to prove the sharpness of their wits. They better brush up on the riddles. They gotta be smart and educated. A pillar of the community. Your Majesty, I regret to have to bring this matter to you, but there's no other way. We've been tracking a macho criminal who's wanted in conjunction with a number of high-profile
Dude,
incidents
this-
back home. Hmm?
Why do you sound like you're singing? And then you're high also.
Well, because they asked me to be, because Shakespeare asked why not both, so I'm trying to do both, but it's hard to like
Oh.
maintain a high attitude, but also keep it high. We thought she'd have slipped in the net until recently when we discovered that she fled into the south a number of years ago. But the Randies are refusing to let us investigate further, dude. Who is this criminal? We don't know her real name, but the commoners call her Backstab Penny. She's lied, cheated, and murdered away halfway across the march. Alright, Lona, your character's finally made an appearance. What do you want to sound like today? Or attempted to be sounded. And if I can't do it, I'll ask the others to do it for me. I'm kidding, I probably wouldn't. Unless they want to jump into it, because... And we'll give you enough time to type. Hopefully. Okay. Wait a moment. What are you talking about? Mariel Penny. She's a pillar of the community back in Haranza. She arrived a few years ago from the march and used her wealth to invest in local businesses and set up an orphanage. Everyone loves her. Surely you jest, merry old Penny. This woman is a bloodthirsty criminal and must be punished. Alright, should merry old Penny be extradited to the march to face justice for her past crimes? I want C. So I'm gonna get rid of one of the options. Boop.
Damn.
Alright, time to vote, people. Come on, just pick C. Just do C. No, do C. No. Curses. My plans have been foiled. Voting has closed. But my people of the march demand justice. What about the families of Backstab Penny, who must suffer for this? It's for the best, Traxmer. She's clearly reformed, and her lands just wouldn't be the same without her. It doesn't reflect well on the crown that such a charitable killer can get away with it. If they just set up an orphanage or two, at least Ronza continues to prosper, though. That's the end of that season. Goodbye, season. But the trade-up is only for a certain group, it's not for everybody. In the south, beneath the scorching sun, Grandy Nappy and strolls through their vineyard in the company of a few close friends. Our plans are going better than expected. The spy master thinks that all is well in the kingdom, and while the cat's away, the mice shall play. Please don't dishonor me by comparing me to a mouse. Speak plainly, or not at all. I apologize, my friend. In plain terms, then our next step is to replace the palace watch with our own agents. Indeed, the Onagata are incorruptible, but the watch are another story. If the king can't pay them, they will look for money elsewhere. For the next stage of their scheme, the Grandies must lower the treasury to 1,500 or less in 2 seasons. Alright, this is everybody's goal, just to recheck. One is for the Barons to raise their own trade to at least 5 in 2 seasons. And for the middle group of the Grandies to the south, it is to lower the kingdom's treasury to 1,500 or less in 2 seasons. And for the patricians, it's to lower the kingdom's stability to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Alright, so we have the Crab Bubble Bursts, a need for horses, and a game of riddles. The Crab Bubble Bursts. Bad news, Your Majesty. A new reef has been discovered, which is overflowing with millions of jeweled crabs. Crab prices are crashing catastrophically. How could this be? The entire kingdom will suffer financially, Your Majesty, with the exception of a few patricians. Curiously, noble patrician Mari, the very same patrician who has first began the crab craze, recently sold all their crabs at a huge profit, just days before the crash. Some patricians' wealth has decreased, and it looks like Mari's wealth went from 800 to 2,300. And everybody else lost some money. Something must be done.
Yeah, let's go.
You summon your council to discuss the crab price crisis. Many assembled nobles have invested heavily in the crab market, and they are casting furious glances at the patricians' benches. What should be done to help the coast recover from the imploding crab market? A. Bail out the failed business along the coast. B. Let the coast suffer the full consequences of the crisis. Or C. Arrest noble patrician Mari and confiscate their ill-gotten gold. You know what? Let's go for the monarch's golden choice. Boop. Feel free to vote and make a choice. If you vote with me, you get 500 gold. Just saying. If you don't vote with me, you don't get the gold. Mari, you know if you vote with me, I lose the money and you get money. Just saying.
Wait, can I change my vote? I don't think so,
It's
right?
too late. You've already voted.
That's why.
Oh.
I like mine.
Well, too bad yours is wrong. The council says otherwise. The council's like, wrong. Look at that. Everybody else gets money. Your help is appreciated by the patricians and the many ailing industries that are propped back up. Let us never speak of the crabs again. Trade is now wealthy, the fines can't go any lower, and the treasury has lost money. It's fine, we have money. A need for horses! My liege, I've been thinking, dude. Marcher soldiers are without peer, but our armies could always be stronger. What we really need are better horses and probably some more snacks, but the best don't come cheap. The Asmedians have a surplus of destriers at the moment. Horses bred for war. Perhaps the crown could go halvesies with the barons to acquire some. For the good of the kingdom, of course. Should the crown purchase Asmedian destriers on behalf of the barons? Well, have fun, everybody. Oh, hello, Simply Volptic. Thank you for joining. And I'll start the vote in 3, 2, 1 and tell you which team you are on. You are part of the patricians. Look at that. Everybody's equal again. It's peace and equilibrium. Oh, wow. I was really surprised that everybody voted for the same thing for once. Also, you patricians probably don't want to vote with me because your goal is to lower stability, but the stability gets higher if you guys all voted. Just saying.
I don't know.
Both you and Baron Shaxmore hand over hefty stacks of gold to the Ashmedian ambassador, who eyes them suspiciously. But sure enough, a few weeks later, a legion of feisty warhorses are delivered to the march, and only cost you an arm and a leg. These are incredible beasts. Your Majesty and the barons will never have to hide our puny native horses again. I can't thank you enough. Who's ready for a game of riddles, guys? Let's have some fun while everybody hates each other. Ever so slightly, right? Your Majesty, I've asked the court jester to help us with our game of riddles. Fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-dum. Let's test our wits and have some fun.
Ink mode.
Oh no. Prithee, what walks on 4 legs indeed? Simply Volptic, what would you like to sound like? I kinda have to sing that question. I'm sorry for butchering many things. How do you want to sound? And tell me as and now. Anyway, you say, man is a man. By all that is holy, that was an easy one. You canny riddlers, after all, have pity on this poor fool. But since the council's mood is nigh funeral, I shall break out some new material. Over the next hour, the jester capers around the council hall, posing riddles and occasionally hitting noble patrician Simply Volptic with an inflated pig's bladder on a stick. Finally, he sings out the final, most difficult riddle of all. My mountains are flat, my rivers are dry, my cities are empty, and sometimes I lie. What am I? Alrighty, what are your choices? Your choices are things, something with C, something beginning with a D, something beginning with M, or something beginning with S. We'll start the vote in 3, 2, and 1. The riddle was my mountains are flat, my rivers are dry, my cities are empty and sometimes I lie. What am I? But the vote is over, and it's too late, so we continue for this debate. Well, we've already chosen the voting is closed. Well, something to beginning with M. What say you, your majesty? Dost thou agree with 9 council members? I don't know. Well, I think they're correct. I wasn't paying attention. It's fine if I regret. Wise you are indeed, I must humbly concede. The answer is a map. A little bit watermelon, that's just the choice. The council's wisdom has left me in awe, and what's more, it's left the kingdom king poor. The jester cartwheels out of the council hall, leaving the nobles to celebrate their victory and sharing the cash prize among themselves. Let's see, everybody's made money today. Doo-doo-doo-doo. And now we end the season. Now, does anybody need me to run through the auction? But if not, we can begin the choice. You all have your money amounts right there. You need to see it from locked in toys. But if not, we start the auction in 3, 2, 1. Only 1 yacht, I can't believe you could be that poor and insane. Excuse me. Ding ding, time's up. What did we fund? We funded a grand bazaar. The barons get trade and how and far, and then some patricians have lowered the stability with some prison. Lovely. I'm free. In season. Hey, Tetsu. Tetsu, you have joined the grandees. Alrighty, let's talk about my child. Your marriage to Dimitri is not what you'd hoped. He seldom sleeps in your bed, and over breakfast, you exchange only a few frosty words before he departs on a hunt. The last thing on your mind is procuring an heir, but the needs of the kingdom must prevail. Mother! This is how I summon my mother nowadays, I guess.
Mom! Congratulations, and in order, the royal wedding was a magnificent affair.
Felt more like a life sentence than a wedding.
Oh, don't be so dramatic.
It's only some plastic. You'll It's only some plastic.
You've done well so far, but something's still missing. An heir. I want grandkids.
She gotta be direct.
I want. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard or the youngest of your many cousins.
Well, I don't think my husband and I will have a child together. You know what? I don't want my cousin. Are they even alive?
You're
at this
gonna try for the effort?
No, we're not gonna try together. No way. And
Just adopt, bro. Just adopt.
I don't sleep.
There's like so many kids out there that
Yeah,
need to be
that's what I
adopted.
was like. I don't sleep around like that. Let's just adopt. It's fine. I plan to adopt a lowborn child from the orphanage.
The nobles won't be too happy with a lowborn child being elevated to the status of a royal. I urge you to reconsider.
My mind is made up. Let them be angry and salty.
I'm sure history will remember you as a champion of the people, if it remembers you at all. I'll make the necessary arrangements.
Alright. Gunpowder smuggling? Who is smuggling gunpowder? Your Highness, the
I
barons
have no
of
idea.
March are attempting to amass a store of gunpowder. You know the explosive black powder from Kurth? Gunpowder? Where can I get some of that? I love some explosives. Kurth is the only place that
A little
produces...
dynamite doesn't hurt anyone.
Yeah, just a stick of dynamite.
Just a little bit.
Just a bit. A little boom boom. That's how we make fireworks. Small dynamite, right? Firecrackers. It in large quantities, Your Majesty. The Republic is very careful about controlling the supply, and unfortunately, they're rapidly anti-monarchist. The barons have established contracts with Kurth merchants, no doubt at great expense, without the coin to purchase more powder. However, their plot will fail. Well, maybe our mother isn't even our mother. Maybe we're like the bastard child from the past, like, kingdom. Who knows? As
Oh
it
my gosh.
stands, the Baron's trade is strong enough to procure a large gunpowder stockpile. If you wish to stop them, you'll have to act fast. You bring the revelations, which the Barons wholeheartedly denied, to the council. I'm not allowing you guys to do whatever you please. We'll start the vote in 3, 2, 1. Do what you will and what you will must. Vote B. Vote B. Delay their scheme. Stop them. Maybe. Or it could be like...
Oh wow, her role is Queen Mother, but she doesn't have to be your mother.
Hmm.
I know what the job description is like.
Well, she could be queen consort, like in some of the more Asian like monarchies, where it's like, you know, you have multiple concubines, but like until one of you produces like a proper heir, and like they all have like their own like rankings. So if like the main queen couldn't produce like a male heir, or a certain type of heir, it would go down to the next one, and then that person would be like the close concubine. At least that's what at least that's what from what I've seen from the anime, the something about the apothecary anime. It's an
I mean,
interesting,
it makes sense.
it's an interesting anime because like she starts off as like an apothecary working with like a what was it? One of those houses, like prostitution houses, I think. And then she gets kidnapped and then sold into like the by her kidnappers into like the palace, and then she starts working as like this normie person.
What the fuck are we talking about right now?
An anime. It's actually a really good anime.
Dude, I literally like blank out, and then all I hear is she was taken and like in prison, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. I don't know how I feel about the Barons voting for B. Barons, the Barons are sus right now. What do Barons need? Barons need... Ooh. Oh, okay. You know what? It's fine. Let's just tax them heavily. I was gonna go for B, but maybe this will lower them... No, it lowered them by 1. That's not enough. Predictably, the Barons roar about unfair treatment and the prejudices of the council, but the tariffs are passed nonetheless. No, not more stretching. Not more stretching. Oh, but while I stretch and take a break, so after she gets kidnapped, she becomes like this kind of like casual worker for the palace, right? But she's an apothecary, and like she's really cool because like she's like, I don't want to do much work, and the food is good, so I'm just gonna act like I don't know anything, so they don't like my kidnappers won't exploit me for money, because like the kidnappers who sold her get the money that she makes, and so that's why she's doing like little work, so she like won't get paid well, but she's paid enough where she can just feed herself, you know. But later on, she is discovered that she is an apothecary, so someone who can handle medicine and knows how to make medicine, and she's like super awesome. But also the fact that she's kind of wonky because in order to like learn about medicine, some of them, she actually poisoned herself a couple times, like with specific poisons to like figure out antidotes to them. So she's like, "Ooh, poison! Can I try that?" And I'm like, "Girl, okay, cool." But yeah, that's kind of like the gist. There is a pretty boy eunuch, and like the concerts are pretty cool and chill. And I would say it's pretty awesome. Okay, I'm gonna put you down. I'm gonna look for somebody. Uh, I'm okay. Everything's fine. We all are redeeming everything. Alright, the new law certainly put a dampener on the Baron's efforts to purchase the expensive explosive. You can only hope it will be enough. The unpaid debt.
Water and
Puny King, you have not kept up with your warhorse payments. Remedy this or face the wrath of the Empire. Get lost, you bloody fraud? Yeah, you tell him, your majesty. Very well. Act like an unruly child, so you will be treated. Expect a raven's head with my next correspondence. The master leaves without another word. Make them anger. Only anger. Who needs to be nice? Oh, everything's falling. See, this is what happens when I have too many plushies. Alright. Okay. The tower is good. The tower is good. Meanwhile, in the south, Grandy Nampy has invited their closest associates to their manor house for some wine and cheese and treason. My favorite combo.
nice. We love
Some
treason.
of our bribes have been accepted, but not enough. The king is paying the palace watch well enough that their loyalties aren't easily swayed. So we have some of the watch in our pocket, isn't that enough? No, not yet. We can't even make a move until we're sure we won't be discovered. The Grandy's stat goal is to lower the treasury to 1,500 or less. Just saying. Sitting on a bench outside a sun-bleached villa, two patricians of the coast meet to plot their latest scheme. It's a beautiful day, isn't it? Birds are singing, the markets are in full swing. Do you hear that on the wind? You can make out the laughter of children playing a game. Oh yes, delightful. Wrong. It's horrible. The kingdom is totally serene, and our plans are in ruins. The king's advisors are happy with this rule. We can't buy their loyalty yet. Believe me, I've tried. Lovely, isn't it? The patrician's aim is to lower stability to 4 or less. Somewhere in a dark cellar, a nervous baron is showing their guests a stupendous cache of explosive gunpowder.
Behold!
Great God. By my life, isn't it rarer than gold dust?
Over here it is. This isn't just the biggest stockpile in the kingdom, but the only one.
You're switching back to Southern watermelon.
I can't keep
Went
an
from, like,
accent.
regular to like
I can't keep an accent. This is why I can never be an actress, right? I have so many accents, but I can't pick
You
one.
can't keep an
No,
accent
I
that
understand.
long.
When it
Can't
comes to
keep an
characters that
accent.
aren't played by any of the players, I kind of forget who they are. I'm like, who are you? What's your voice? It's fine. Anyways,
I can just default to sweet or
no.
posh.
All right, continue.
Now what do we do with it?
All right, this is for the Barons only. The Barons list of Shaxmer and Watermelon. What do you guys want to do for your final goal? To raise stability? Raise your own military? Who knows? Seems like it.
Yeah, we're gonna go kaboom.
Voting has closed. Mela.
Before we can sneak this stuff anywhere, oh my gosh, we'll have to lull the king into a false sense of security. Not to mention the fact that the roads need to be safe for transport.
For the final stage of their scheme, the Barons must raise stability to at least 9. Oh my. That's
What?
so high. Have fun with that, Barons.
well, it's already at 7. But
But I mean, that could change at any point in time. You know what?
Yeah.
Everybody's happy. Everybody gets taxed.
good. Huh?
I'm taking money back. Mwah. I get some money.
It's time for you to sing.
Nappy, why do you do this to
Dude,
me?
I literally I want to use my points to make a musical, but
But
that'd just be
that
too
means you
terrible.
have to sing as well. You're featured on this stream. You have to sing
Yeah,
with
that's
me.
why.
We must harmonize and keep it smooth.
I'm
No,
so glad I didn't redeem that.
this is so bad for me. I'm sorry to viewers that want to hear me sing. No, you don't want to hear me sing. I'm not prepared for any of this. Anyways, let's go to war with Ashmead. Bad news, Your Majesty. I've just received a message from the Ashmeadian ambassador. Accompanied by Svid, Raven's Head, the Empire has declared war upon us. Now why the Raven's Head will make them regret this? On the 9th above, what are we going to do? Exactly how capable is the Ashmeadian military? I don't understand how it could be. What choice do I make? What choice do I make? We'll make them regret this. Frick. Why? Nappy, this is the hardest voice that I could try to sing in. Frick. Frack. Why? The Ashmeadian Empire's golden age is long behind it. They're still bigger than us, with more soldiers and a long history of conquest. But they lack discipline and are plagued by infighting. The kingdom's armies are in decent shape, but this will be difficult. I appreciate you coming by, Yang. And maybe next time, we'll have an earlier game. If Chaos were here, this would be much easier. But it's just me and all these voices. The kingdom's armies
crazy.
are in
No.
decent shape, but this will be difficult. News of war inspires a wave of patriotic fervor across the kingdom. Old knights come out of retirement, and naive youth stampede to join the army. Hopefully it'll prove enough. Rest assured, my liege, you'll have our full support. In this war, what's our opening gambit? How can the kingdom defend against Ashmedian aggression? Well, the voting will begin in 3, 2, 1. Ding ding. Have fun. Make your choice. Quack. Alrighty, what do we have here? What choices have you all decided to make? Who knows? Well, I guess we're building up a lot of military. The voting has closed. Oh, that's so bad. I'm so sorry. I'll oversee the building of our fortifications. The Empire's mobilizing only a fraction of its strength. If we bloody their nose, they might decide we're more trouble than we're worth. I believe the choice I'll make is disquiet in the south. Hey, Seitsu, what would you like? For your voice, and for you, Yang, we did not get a globe. What is the globe you're talking about? Oh, and it's already done. Whew, I am free. I am free from my confinements. For a bit.
Are you?
Yes. Oh, thank you, Simply Voltic, for following. And guys, we made it for this month's goal. I can increase the goal for next month to 25.
You are not free. You are not free. You are
Freedom
free.
is not a
You
choice, but it's to be confined with voice. Oh, why must you do this to me? I'm going to give it to insanity.
The voices.
Kidding, I'm
The
kidding.
voices.
I'm not crazy. It's totally fine. It's fine to be. Sing and sing must be the bling. But Setsu, what would you like me to sound like? Oh, I love that icon. It's so adorable. No, I don't believe that's true. No, 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 no.
Yeah, Nappy. We should every stream. We should all come in here and use the sing mode.
Yes, Sherlock Sage, you may join me in place, as long as you're not annoyed by me breaking into the song. It's not because I'm crazy or anything, it's because they redeemed something villainous in training. For 5 minutes I must keep this like a song, and voices and everything, that must not be wrong. But
Okay.
I will take this silence as I choose a voice. What do you want to sound like? I guess it read this. Your Holiness, my peasants accuse me of hoarding some wealth. Me. Worse, they're throwing down their tools and burning their belongings, saying they want to live an ascetic life, and that I should do the same. They want to match their outfits with their decor. That doesn't sound like anything wrong or anything more. No, not aesthetic, aesthetic. They don't want to be pinned down by worldly possessions. Burning them is quite the reaction. Thank you, Sherlock Sage, for following. Hello, Adam Dragonfly. The ringleader of this movement is called the philosopher Ortega. She calls herself a voice for the ninth god, and the knaves hang on her every word. They'll be at my door any moment. Also, I should probably show you what teams you joined. The grandees have grown in number and lore. The barons
Oh
are
my god, we
small
got 3
at
people now.
only 2. Yeah, the patricians have 3. Happy to be.
Nice rhyme.
I
That
try,
was a
I
really good rhyme.
try, but these voices inside don't want to be here.
The voices.
The voices are telling me, hi, hello, I'm the problem.
Crazy. I was crazy once.
How should Ortega and her anti-wealth followers be dealt with? Well, it doesn't matter. Just start the vote in
Nah, he
3,
didn't
2,
lose the
1.
bet. It's just he can use points. Have sing mode.
To
He'll sing for,
explain
like,
what
what,
is
5
the
minutes?
thing, the thing is a choice. We have channel points, a button called sing, 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 and sing, sing and choice. But what you do is that you spend your points, 1,500 to be exact. For 5 minutes I'll be singing and I can't be talking. It has to be something fun. And because I do characters, it's not the easiest. Imagine me singing something out of choice. Ding ding, we have a tied vote. Voting has been tied at 4. I guess we can send someone to infiltrate their cult. But I need to also lower my stability. Oh geez, oh dear, I guess I lower the stability.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Yes.
No, no, no.
Why
Yes,
did
yes,
you
yes.
do
Who wants to be the best, the best? Da 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 da. Continue on. The city pet watch rushed the next philosophical meeting. Some of their peasants try to fight, but Ortega tells them to stand down to prevent more violence. The grandees are very grateful indeed, though there are rumblings of discontent from the peasantry. I know this one. This one has showed up 3 times in our past. Hello, Saitsu. This has gone on long enough. Have we seen you, Adam? Have we? I don't think I've seen you. After yet like another hunt, the king concert shot and killed a rare species of stag found only in the southern woodlands. That's like the 4th this month. We must curtail these hunts. The royals cannot get away with wanton destruction of our countryside. Enough is like enough. I demand a vote. You glance at Dimitri as the nobles assemble for a vote. He shrugs. It was a beautiful stag. Should the royal family be restricted to hunting within their own lands? If you vote for me for stability, we can go for A. Well, actually, that's wrong. I picked this one. You guys have money. You vote with me. Start the vote. In short. Oh yeah, I forgot I could do that. I don't know. I was kind of waiting, Adam, just like for to see it, but I forgot I could just do this. Oh. Oh my. Interesting. You know, I guess the people wanted their money. Voting has closed. That is true. Ninth, bless you. Esteemed nobles, will benefit all of us, I'm sure. Your husband looks on, a barely concealed frown forming on his lips. I feel a divorce happening in the future, but you know, it's fine. Why not? We don't need stability right now, we're fine. We'll end the year. A cult rises, saint or sinner, and the invasion begins. Let's deal with the cult. Dreadful tidings, Your Highness. It's a disaster. Like, Ortega's followers are in a frenzy. They stormed my manor and took it over. I barely escaped. They say Ortega's bringing the sick there to be healed by her powers, if she doesn't burn the place down first. How can the council help the Grandies protect themselves? I'll let this be free to you guys. Have fun! I believe in your righteous choices. Sort of. Choices. Maybe. Alas, the Pope is dead! Kidding. Ding ding! Everybody voted for a different choice, except for A. Grandy Tattoo uproots herself and what remains of her belongings to the coast. The patricians, eager for cash subsidies, welcome her happily. But the Grandies grumble that their king lacks the strength to avenge one of their own. Meanwhile, Ortega's popularity continues to soar. I'll see what happened to you. Oh, thank you, Adam, for following. I appreciate it. Well, I had asked if you want how do you want it to be voiced, but I didn't know what happened to you. Like, where did you go, or what happened? Saint or sinner? Or dinner. Sherlock Sage, how do you want to sound? Unless I've already asked. Pardon? Or, you know, instead of killer, it could be filler. Dealer's choice. Mari, Watermelon, do you guys want to do another character? Or should I continue?
You
I would-
want?
I would like to hear Mari do another voice, please.
But only if Mari
Okay.
says yes.
What am I doing?
You're doing Noble Patrician
Wait, how
Sherlock
am I doing?
Sage.
How do they want to sound?
Anything you would like. It is dealer's choice.
All I'm saying is, every grandee claims to have a saint in their ancestry. Your great great grandfather was probably.
A common dullard.
Oh, common dollar.
Adam Dragonfly, how do you want to sound? Or for me to attempt to sound, or one of us two. Because your character has finally made an appearance, so it's time to do an accent. Tell me, how do you want to sound? Okay. Now, are we talking about, like, typical secretary, or are we talking about, like, receptionist secretary? Because those are two different ones. Oh, jeez. Okay. Shut your mouth. You're a hedge-born puzzlewit. His name was Saint Umber. And he defeated the werewolf of Avanjar by turning it to dust in an instant, according to my grandmother. Mari.
Oh, that's so cool. Southern Hemisphere, others in the USA.
Mari.
Dude, I don't even remember how I voiced this person. What the fudge?
You went like country, something like that.
Country? Okay.
Close enough, but like country southern.
If you're so sharp, oh fuck, I don't even remember how I did the voice. Damn, that's crazy. You're just gonna get like Charlotte. You're just gonna get different voices. I'll be honest. It's something close to that. If you're so sure, how about a little wager? Little wager. A bag of gold says your ancestor was no saint. Jesus, it's like 12 a.m. over here.
You're on. Not another petty dispute. Noble patrician Sherlock Sage is spreading damnable lies about my great-great-grandfather.
If you really think he a saint, then dig him up. Saints are incorruptible. Even after death, they do decay.
Very well. I request the council's permission to exhume my ancestor and prove this fool wrong. Should Grandy Adam Dragonfly be allowed to dig up their ancestor? You guys have fun with this. We'll start the vote in 3, 2, 1. Also, I like how the Baron's military has gone back exactly to 10. Like it cannot not be 10.
As I was saying,
As you were saying.
we have an interdimensional military power. Interdimensional, multi-universal.
No. Yeah, Adam Dragonfly. I've designed each character for like each group, and I'm happy with it. I did that like in a past stream like a while ago. But anyways, oh okay, we're using faith. Oh, we're using faith. Voting has closed. Ninth, bless you, your holiness. Now, where's my shovel? A few days later, the body is from its resting place in the southern necropolis. A faith challenge has failed. See, this is what happens when you don't chew 5 gum. Grandy Adam Dragonfly is horrified to discover nothing but a moldering skeleton.
The body. Ha! Saint, I think you owe me an apology.
By the 9th, I was so sure. Word quickly spreads of Grandy Adam Dragonfly's humiliation, and faith in the church weakens as a result. Religion not in this.
Who needs faith?
Yeah, who needs to believe? Your Majesty, Ashmedian troops are massing on the Marcher border. The armies of the Patrician and Grandees are marching, but not yet in place. For now, only the Barons guard our borders, and Ashmead will attack at any moment. We could order the Patricians and Grandees on a forced march at double speed, but it might exhaust them before they reach the battle. Oh no. Not the tea on the keyboard. Hopefully there's no sugar in it. Because if it's just like plain tea, it's not that bad. It's water. How can the kingdom keep the Ashmedian Empire at bay? Don't worry, the Barons can handle this alone. I believe the Barons can handle this. Oh, hello, Ace of Spades. Thank you for joining. You have joined what team? You're part of the Barons. Voting. Ding ding. Honestly, I think C's the better choice. The Treasury does have money, but the Grandees want lower money. Oh jeez. Ding ding. Voting has closed. Interesting. Interesting, Adam. Hire mercenaries. No worries. I can read. Mostly. I say that because sometimes I will like read lines and butcher everything. You hire a mercenary outfit named the Steelhearts, whose main qualification is being nearby. Don't believe those rumors you heard about untrustworthy, cowardly mercenaries. We're worth every penny. Wait anxiously for news. We have a 90% chance, guys. It's not 100, so you know what that means. Much as I hate to admit it, those Steelhearts came in damn useful. Looked dicey at first, but the Barons fought like tigers and the Mercs held the line. Against all odds, we held them off. The Ashmedians won't give up that easily. Unfortunately, we're safe for now, but they're no doubt gearing up for another assault. And the season. Ding ding! So the Barons are really close to winning. If they get stability up to 9 by the end of the season, they win. Grandees want less money in the treasury to 1,500 or less, and then for the patricians, they want stability to 4 or less, which is still there. Easy enough, Adam. I rarely cuss as it is, unless we're playing something scary. Now, that's a different story.
I'm not gonna talk.
Oh, well, technically well, words. Mario, it only applies to me.
Okay, cool. Thank God.
Unless chat says otherwise. Does it apply to Mari too?
I don't think I cussed on this one.
The cold spreads, your air,
On
the
this game, I
abomination.
haven't cussed on it.
I guess we could think about the child. Your quest for an heir
child?
is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die? Let me ask that my crown be passed down too. The council hall is filled with nervous silence. My adopted lowborn. The silence continues, accepting a few stifled coughs. After the awkward pause has stretched out to over a minute, there's finally some sporadic applause. The nobles don't appreciate you inducting a lowborn child into the royal family, but whether they like it or not, by designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Alright, Ace of Spades, how do you want to sound? Or how do you want to be attempted to sound?
We
Nappy?
should play scary. We should play Lethal Company, guys. Lethal Company. Lethal.
Well, Mara, we gotta
Company,
get
guys.
you set it up with the mods so you can have like a giant group again.
Oh yeah, I need to do that. But I wonder when.
Well, probably maybe Friday. I don't know. I'll have to check with people. But
Friday?
Ace of Spades, if you're still here, how do you want to sound? If not, after a certain amount of time passes, I'll just voice something random. I'm no tyrant. What are we talking about? My liege, may I be the first to congratulate you on adopting an heir? What is their name? Arth?
Arthur from Red Dead.
I don't know how they sound. What
Hold on.
what does that sound like?
Just pick it up.
Tomato the second. Fantastic, my liege. I'm sure little Tomato the second will grow up to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. Oh, and the cult spreads. The cult spreads and the abomination. The cult, abomination, cult, abomination, cult. Mari, were you voicing this person or was I voicing this person? I forget. They all look green to me.
Oh god. Oh god. Not this. I don't even remember who I'm voicing. Oh no. I'll voice him, I guess. Oh god. I don't even remember what they wanted me to sound like. Speak now or forever, holy face, if you want me to sound.
Also, chat,
voices.
if I forget any voice, I'm sorry, and if I need a reminder, because at a certain point, there becomes like too many voices, and they all say
The
things.
voices.
The voices! Ah! Anyways, continue.
There's a problem with the followers of the sun. Oh, there we go. The voices. There's a problem with the followers of the Southerner Ortega. Her teachings have spread to the coast. Worse, she's getting stronger. She's performing miracles, healing a broken arm with a single touch, curing an old man's blindness. Whoa.
No
All
problem,
over the
say
coast.
too.
Oh, what? All over the coast, the workers are throwing away their goods and cursing the patricians for their greed. Oh, damn it. They're clashing with priests, even starting brawls in the streets. Every day we lose more workers to this cult. What are they even called?
Alright, how can this cult be contained, guys? Can we get some assassination? You know, just cause. Alright, okay. I can try that. I can try it. Gruff, Texas cowboy.
Texas Cowboy?
Vote for your choice. Do it in voice. Da ba da da ba da 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 da. Oh no. Why? That's a 10%.
Because dude, I do not want.
You guys don't want the Grandies to succeed in their
want-
goals. I see
Nope.
how it is.
Nope. Nope.
Voting has closed. If Ortega is performing miracles, she must be recognized as an official member of the church. Eventually, the Archbishop issues a lukewarm proclamation stating that Ortega and her followers are a legitimate branch of the Church of the Ninth God. But few people listen. As unrest rises, Ortega goes missing, and the church refuses to comment. Well, at least it failed. Nothing was lowered. That's gonna come and bite us later. The abomination. Your Holiness, I have something to confess. A terrible mistake. Oh, and Adam Dragonfly, pick a doodle is only for when I'm drawing or doodling on the days that is like the self-care days. I was desperate to prove that my ancestor Saint Umber was a saint after all. So I sought out a witch who lived in a giant snail shell in the desert. Sorry about that. I also don't even know what buttons to press to give back points. Oh. 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 Okay. Great. My ancestor rose as a living skeleton. He killed the witch and ran off into the night. You fool! Dark magic, necromancy. I should have you burned at the stake for this abomination. If you're ever uncertain about what channel points do for certain things, feel free to ask me, but also they should have a description before you use them so you know how they're used. Anywho, start the vote. Have fun! Things are kind of spicy as it is. Alrighty. Place your bets now. Are we going to succeed or not succeed? Voting has closed. Task them with hunting down the abomination they created. And Grandy Adam Dragonfly gathers up a full force of troops and rides out into the desert to hunt down their undead creation. When they return, they're carrying a sack full of broken bones. Military challenge succeeded. The abomination has been dealt with, though it killed many of my soldiers, causing them to rot from the inside out. I drew my sword and... You expect praise? All you've done is fix your own mistake. Fool. They stare daggers at each other. Do you sense a rift developing between the Grandies and the church? End the season. Ding ding. Here we are with the auction, guys. If you want to lower your stability, I would recommend voting for F. But you know, those are the things. Everything affects certain stats. Red affects red, yellow affects yellow, green affects green, but sometimes they'll affect the kingdom instead. And if you want to vote, all you have to do is type, well, not vote, but to pay money for the auction, you'll type !fund, space X, which is A, B, C, D, E, F, space Y, which is how much you want to use, states who's broke. If you need to see how much money, I can always hide myself away. But we'll start the auction in 3, 2, 1. And Adam, you have 750 in total.
Dude.
Hmm?
If they literally put all this money in, they have put this money in.
Oh, look how all the barons are funding the library. If the patricians want to fund their thing, they should fund the prison to the max.
Yeah.
Oh dear, that's a lot of money.
Oh my god.
Time's up. Ding ding. What did we get? Buildings funded, F and B. Lower stability, raise stability.
Nah, that's the thing.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, there's no thing.
Alright, we got Furious Followers, Goal and Ambition, and your ambition. What's my ambition? At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be the father of the nation. But so far, you've not convinced anyone. The kingdom's farms aren't producing enough food. Your Majesty, the peasants can't rely on you. Your current ambition isn't working out for you. If you want to stop the nobles from overthrowing you, you need to pivot. Change your image. My advice would be to infiltrate each region with loyal spies, defeat their schemes with schemes of our own. But your other advisors have other ideas. We should crush these disloyal nobles, smash their armies, and force them to submit. Your Majesty, if you help us spread the zeal of the Ninth God, the Church will lend our support. With the backing of the Church, the nobles wouldn't dare move against you. Why, Nappy, must you do these things to me? At a certain point, I will raise the cost and how much you can use per stream.
You know Nammy's gonna freaking pay that money. You know Nammy's gonna get those channel points.
What are you saying, Maury? I can't seem to understand.
Nappy's gonna, even if he raises how much channel points, Nappy's always gonna be rich. He's always gonna have those channel points.
Don't listen to the rest of these fools. Have you heard of the Scepter of Sages? It's a lost artifact forged by Queen Alma the Wise. There's a legend that any king who recovers it will rule over a golden age. What choices do I make? I believe the choice to make would be this one. A wise decision, your majesty. I'll begin recruiting spies. We'll send them across the kingdom in the guise of traveling bards. But this will require a fine touch, your priorities to raise the kingdom's stability and overall trade as much as you can. And of course, there can't be open rebellion among the nobles. And let's see what choice we'll take. Yeah, I would take the other choices, Adam, but unfortunately, that they all seem kind of poor to make. Let's do a golem assault. Your Majesty, the Median Emperors have begun their second assault on our border, and this time they brought golems. What are those? I don't seem to understand. 20-foot tall, moving statues made of clay, powered by magic words that the Ashmedian machine priests write inside their heads. A golem's immune to arrows and conventional weaponry. The fist can crush any armor, and Ashmed has built hundreds of them. Our troops have already been forced to retreat, and now the Ashmedians hold miles of Marcher territory. What can we do against such a threat? I'll say it with different words, I bet. If you vote for me and my choice, you'll make money in all the void. La 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 la. Make the choice with me. Ding ding. Voting has closed. Wizards are forbidden from wielding their magic in international conflicts, but with enough coin they can be persuaded to offer advice. The wizard Gordius is the first to take you up on your offer. He is hideous and broken thing, carried into your palace aboard a palanquin. Oh, that is what you seem to look like. You look like a rock. Golems are primitive beings. Really, no brains, no free will. If they're ordered to fight you, they'll follow you to the ends of Celeste Earth. But they're also heavy. Why not lure them into a swamp? The wizard's advice is as good as gold. It proves eminently simple for your troops to lead the relentless golems into a bog, which swallows them without trace. Bloody fantastic. The Ashmedians value their golems highly. Their morale plummeted, and they'll be much more cautious now. Perhaps the simulation will be enough to persuade them to negotiate. Time for the furious followers. And maybe a sip of water because my throat. Your Highness, that troublesome philosopher Ortega is like gone. But her followers are like marching on our states demanding like justice. Mari, it's your move.
How did I voice this?
Country. Your choice was country.
Country? Oh, country. Posture check.
I know, my back ain't working like it used to.
It's the same in the coast. They're making her into a martyr. Murder.
Well, we're broke. So, yeah.
Whoa. Broke.
Well, we're broke and we can't do that option, so forget the church. All right, everybody vote for the option that they can vote for.
How
Yeah,
How
guys, vote A,
dare!
vote A.
I
Vote
abstain.
A, everyone.
What do you
Vote
mean?
A.
I abstain.
Watermelon, you do know this helps you, right? Or actually, no, it doesn't. Never mind. I was wrong. It doesn't help you. I was looking at stability and authority and mixing
It
them up.
helps me. It helps.
There's only one option.
I abstain from my vote. I should have veto power.
No, you're below me.
I am on the Security Council, so therefore I'm a permanent member on the Security Council.
I
as
believe I
someone
doubt
else.
your opinion. Your troops charge in and order the farmers back to their lands. Any complaint is met with a blade. There are rumors of unflattering corn effigies made in your image, but the peasants are too afraid to even whisper or take his name. Alright, let's end the season. Welcome back, Setsu. The ninth god is with us, my friend. The palace watcher in our pocket. They took our money gladly. The kingdom can barely afford to pay them a living wage. Music to my ears, soon the throne will be ours. Indeed it will, but now we must plan our next steps. Alright, your grandees, what is your final objective? See, Saitsu, I may be broke, but not as broke as you are currently. No offense. Oh dear, this is too close for comfort. I have to fend off 3 nations with their own goals. Hello, Calendar. You have joined the Barons.
Welcome.
Voting has closed.
9.
Lona, why? Why, Lona? Why must you do this? I know you're a grandee, but no. Oh, this is okay. This is hard. Over the next few months, we'll have our troops infiltrate the capital disguised as beggars. At my signal, the bat signal, they'll gather and storm the palace in the dead of night. The bribed watch will open the gates, our soldiers will murder the king in his bed, and have you on the throne before sunrise. Brilliant, but what about the patricians and barons? They'll cause usurpers and rise up in revolt. Not necessarily, my friend. If King Tomato's rule is weak enough, it's tomato people. Oh, we can persuade them to accept anything. For the final stages of the grandee scheme, they must lower the kingdom's authority to 1 or less. 1 or less, friends. Well, the kingdom's broke. You guys are fine. Everything's fine. Thank you. Have fun with that. We'll end the season.
Ah,
Ooh, my
oh
ambition.
my.
How's my vision doing? All goes according to plan, Your Majesty. Let me show you. Your spy master takes you through a secret passage in your own private office. You emerge into a hidden chamber where a number of hooded figures are waiting. These are my agents. They can blend into a crowd as effortlessly as they can slip a knife between a traitor's ribs. Why didn't I know about this chamber? Don't worry about it. The palace is riddled with secret passages and hidden rooms. I'll keep track of them for you. Soon our spies will infiltrate the courts of all the nobles on your council, disguised as traveling bards. One of the spies tosses aside her cloak, revealing a lute and the colorful costume of a troubadour. With charm and flattery, and they'll warm their way into your nobles' hearts and minds. Then we will have a spy network, the likes of which the world has never seen. I hope to make even the gaunt of Tavalin look like rank amateurs. Nebby, I believe you should save those up for another time, a time that is not today. My voice is kind of driving me nuts, it's okay. Maybe it was Sally Six Fingers, or it could be a different fella, or it could have been a different lass. Or maybe, Lona, it could have been Sally Five Fingers, for all we seem to know. That should put a stop to their foolish schemes, and it will keep the kingdom stable for the rest of your reign. A little blackmail is a small price to pay. A week passes before you hear more news. Your spy master arrives in your office with a tiny scroll, small as a cherry stem clutched between two fingertips. Nappy, please do not put in revolt and revolution, for the voice of things to be. There's only so much one could do, as for myself to see. This is a message from one of our agents in the field. Your Majesty, I have sent her to Baron Luca Lighters. Keeps disguised as a singing jester, armed with a lute and a set of juggling balls. Open it. I see. Of course. Wait to hear the success of your fledgling spy. Please, please, we have 60. The spy master studies the scroll for a moment, and a smile creeps across her face. She holds it over a candle flame, and it vanishes in a puff of simmers. She's been welcomed into Baron Luca-Lighter's court with open arms and is already flattering them with fawning songs. Let's hope our other spies are just as successful. Over the next few weeks, you receive back word from more and more of your agents. Almost all of them have successfully wormed their way into your nobles' courts. Now we must hope they can maintain their cover. Wait and see, wait and see. Will this be for me? Wait and see. A few more weeks pass. You wait anxiously for weeks of your inner spy's progress. One day your spy master appears at your desk, her face lit by a triumphant smirk. Good news, your majesty. Our spies have uncovered some of your nobles' darkest secrets. Did you know Baron Luca-Lighter has an irrational fear of lemons? You do now. Lemons, I dare. We even have a few illicit romances between the nobles and our generically attractive bards. The blackmail writes itself. Yes, your majesty, let it all out. A bout of insane laughter now and then is good for the soul. But we can't get complacent. We must see if our other spies are equally successful. Over the next few weeks, your spies send back more and more positive reports. Soon you've established a spy network throughout the entire kingdom. It's with a sense of smugness that you call your next council session. As the nobles file in, you realize you know all their secrets, their weaknesses, everything. Listen, Your Highness, I was thinking that taxes have been awfully high lately. Why don't we hold a vote on reducing them? Oh, we can call a vote, no problem. But as the nobles walk up to the ballot box, your spy master swoops in and takes them aside. She whispers in their ear one by one. You watch their expressions turn to horror. By the 9th, how did you know that? Only my mother knows about that. And it can stay that way. Just vote the way we tell you to vote. I destroyed the evidence. You can't prove anything. You'd be surprised what I can prove. I know exactly where to dig, but if you vote the way I tell you, maybe I'll misplace my shovel. Like, oops. Hey, care for some lemonade? Luca later, how do you want to sound? If you're still around, how do you want to sound? No strong preference? Okay. Ah, leave me alone. I'll do whatever you say. Sorry, I don't know why that's the first one that popped up, but we're doing that one. Sure enough, when the votes come back, it's unanimous. All the nobles, for perhaps the first time, have voted exactly how you wanted them to. It's about damn time. In a minute, I'm gonna need a sentimental man or woman to pump me up. When you leave the council hall, the nobles are quiet. They know a new era has begun, an era of cooperation. Or else. Your spy master meets you outside, unable to keep the slightest smile off your face. We did it. We should start teaching Little Tomato II how to follow in my footsteps. After this, I think they'll be wearing a crown one day. That night you sleep an untroubled sleep for the first time since you first sat on your throne. No matter their grievances, the nobles will never again dare to defy you. You simply need to mention offhandedly that you know what they did last winter. Instead of like, this is like the medieval version of Shawn Mendes, you know, and Camille Cabello singing, I know what you did last summer. It's last winter. But also think like, last winter, I gave you my heart. Anyways, or that you know where they sleep at night. I mean, I dare say, but guys, this is the first victory we've had as a monarch, unintentionally. You know, I think it's the karma forcing me to sing. Nappy, I'm looking at you specifically. The Granny's
I am
attempt.
in shock.
I'm shocked too, honestly. My first win. I'm alive.
Congratulations.
DJ is alive.
Tomato is alive. And
congrats.
tomato?
Tomato? Who knows? The Granny's attempt to... Oh, thank you, Captain, for following. The Granny's...
Wait, what are we redeeming?
What?
Hold on. Wait, what?
Why must you do this for me? For 10 more
I'm feeling
minutes?
that's 10 minutes now.
It's
right?
10 minutes. They add.
That is 10
They
minutes.
add
That is 10
together.
minutes.
Why must you do this to me? Anyways, the Granny's attempt to worm their way into the palace was uncovered, and a number of arrests were made. The Granny and Napier ended their life chained upside down to a dungeon wall. The patricians succeeded in turning the palace into a hotbed of bribery and corruption, but what's new about that? They failed to gain the throne, and lost memory in the process. A bad investment. In haste to complete their scheme, the barons mishandled the gunpowder. It blew up in their faces, literally. All that was found of Baron Watermelon was a pair of boots with feet still inside. King Tomato ruled from the shadows, getting this way in the council. With blackmail and threats, the nobles were terrified, but the peasants considered a golden age. After 15 years of unquestioned rule, King Tomato died peacefully in bed, and the nobles let out a collective sigh of relief.
Oh.
We did it! The game has ended in success on my side and nobody else's. I wish I could speak
you
in
died of old
peace.
age.
I know, I died of old age. Of old age, I died, but I wish I could speak normally, but it is not possible. Well, Mari, I believe you should sleep. And if Watermelon, you want to stay up even later, you're welcome to. Oh, but Duolingo's calling my name. I didn't die or turn into a werebear. A werebear, not a warbear. A warbear would be kind of funny. Wereball. A wereball, indeed.
Singing is what made you win. That is so true.
Dang it, we should have known.
But the singing was too powerful.
It
Damn.
was your own fault for giving me the power of voice to confuse you all with every little stall and thinking that you took all pity on me. I was scheming for all to know. This is all an act, by the way, because I don't normally sound this way. But we'll take a pause for about maybe 5 minutes. But I will say this is enough for King of the Castle. Is everybody down to play some Jackbox for a bit? Because normally I'd be doing a different kind of stream at this time, but... well, I believe it's a little late for me to do that.
Oh?
Alright. Well, first let me do a closer to wrap this up because I'll probably tape this separate. Thank you to those who stopped by today, and for those who will stick around, thank you for the follows. I appreciate it for the goal to meet this little round. And even though this will end for a bit, I will still be singing. Thank you, Nappy, for stopping by, and thank you for those who came by. But, yes, any of you see this on YouTube, thank you for watching. And if you want to see me live, feel free to come to Twitch. For now, we'll take a 5-minute break. And I'll see you after what is in stake, and I'll continue what I sound. Be right back.